Did you switch it on?
Yeah.
I said
Okay. So I think we are filming this as the first episode of 2026.
2026. Hi
Hi guys,
guys,
welcome
welcome to
to
the
the
Anything
Anything
Everything
Everything podcast.
podcast.
Happy New Year to everyone who
Happy New Year.
celebrated. And we are very happy. I think personally, I've been waiting for 26 because I was just happy that 25 ended. You know, at the culmination of anything, everyone's quite impatient. So I was very happy about that. And today's episode, we are just going to be discussing what 25 taught us, as Prisha said, emotionally, spiritually, whatever that's been going on, everything has a lot of lessons. So in today's episode we are just going to be discussing that. So Prisha, what was your 25 like?
So basically, I felt the whole of 2025 just like flashed in front of me. Not the whole of it. The first half of 2025 was like way slower, way steadier. And the second half of 2025, say August to like December, went by like really fast. What do you think?
Yeah, it was very fast. I think twen- as we start getting busy in life, or like
Yeah,
once we start growing older, the years just feel like they're going by
very
much
fast.
faster
Yeah.
because we are doing so many things. We're trying to live in the present, but we're also not really
Living
living
in the
in the
present.
present. So it's a lot of things that happen at once. I think a lot of times, some things that you might do unconsciously and certain things that you don't pay attention to in the moment are actually the ones that teach you so much,
Yeah.
that you look back and realize, oh wait, like I did that, or
Yeah.
oh, this is what was supposed to happen to me so that I could learn this. So I think every single moment in your life is something that teaches you, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it makes you angry, but you need to feel all of those emotions so that you can reflect on it, because
Yeah.
if you never feel those emotions, you can never truly accept the changes that are going to happen to you.
So it's better to feel and to move on, and acceptance is key. Yeah.
Yes. And I think in today's episode, so what we are going to be doing is we will be sharing a few lessons that
That
we
we
have
learned.
learned. And I don't know what lessons Prisha's learned, and she does not know what I've learned.
Yeah, it's
So,
kind of like we both don't know.
yeah, so we will just be revealing it to each other. And yeah, hopefully you guys also like it and learn something new from it. So, do you want to start with your first lesson,
Okay.
Prisha?
The first lesson that I feel I learned this year was that people who you don't know are going to stand by you, like, or people who you least expect to be friends with turn out to be the biggest supporters and the biggest and the best friendships you have ever faced. This personally happened with me also this year. So there's something called as like this butterfly effect in friendships.
Yeah,
So the like in layman's term, what it means is that a small gesture in friendship goes a very, very long way. Say it can be like a small text message, or small words of encouragement, or just being resilient and open, and just accepting what the other person is. Because these small things in friendship, what defined the most of 2025 for me personally.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That genuinely is amazing. And yeah, I think this, it's something that the internet calls as like micro dosing relationships,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
we spend so much of our lives on the internet
Yeah.
that, you know, if you try and show up for your friends even in the small ways, those are the things that they remember.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
those
yeah.
are the things we
We
remember
remember,
when
yeah.
our friends do something for us. And you remember those small moments, you know,
Yeah.
those small steps that people take.
Yeah, because basically, like, we cannot envisage the future all the time, because especially what the true meaning of butterfly effect in friendships is that showing up is what all matters.
Exactly.
No excuses, no any other alternatives, but just being there for the person. It can be anything, guys. Just show up for the person who actually matters for you. I think this is what 2025 really taught me altogether. Like, having a lot of people to talk to is not the key to life. Rather, just having one person or two people by your side is what really, really makes life more valuable.
I
That's what I
agree.
felt.
I agree.
This is one take on friendships. I think for the both of us
Yeah,
is what we learned in 2025
I can see like a huge gap between who we were in 24
and
and who we
2025.
were in 25. Yeah.
And I think 2026 is also
Would be
going to
even much,
nurture
I
us.
hopefully it's even more drastic. I think for me, one lesson I learned, I've written it all down, is that being busy is not the same as being fulfilled.
Yeah.
You can do 50 different things at once to participate in the hustle culture, to show people that you're grinding, to show people and to yourself that, oh my god, see, I'm doing like 4 or 5 things at once. But if none of them are nurturing your soul, if none of them are fulfilling who you are as a person, and you are only doing them through external pressure and to show other people or appease people you love, your family, your friends, then that does not mean that you're living for yourself. And
Yeah.
you need to do that, because
Yeah.
it is your life at the end of the day. And you can realize that at any point of your life, but once you do, you have to inhabit that feeling. I
Hmm.
think that is extremely important, and that's something that I learned for myself, that I went through a change this year, again right at almost the end of the year, right, where I decided that something is not working out for me, and I want to do something I would genuinely like doing.
Hmm. Yeah, I get
So
it. Those changes
yeah,
in
and
the
I think,
middle.
yeah, and I think those changes are very important.
Yeah.
And you need to be aware that at the end of the day, as we have said in some other episode, you are living life for yourself. And if you don't enjoy the things you do, if you cannot actually get up and
No point.
genuinely do it with love, there is no point in doing it,
Yeah.
because then you will not be happy. And life is not short term, right? It's long term. We are preparing for years and years that are going to keep coming. So if you don't enjoy that,
You
there is
cannot
no
live
point.
life to the
Yeah.
fullest. Yeah.
So you need to genuinely fulfill your soul. You can keep hustling and you can keep saying that, I'm doing it, I'm grinding, I'm doing this for my future. You can create many resumes, you can create many CVs, you can say that I went to this internship and I did these extracurriculars. But if none of them like are genuinely close to what
Yeah.
you want to do, it
Then
doesn't make
it doesn't
sense.
make sense. What matters to you should stick by you. That's what the whole solution
Yeah.
is. Because if you don't like what you do, then you really cannot end up doing it in the long term or in the short term as well. As Anita said, that what matters truly will stick by you. Another lesson that I particularly learned, that fulfillment in balance never exists. Like, balance itself is a paradox, you know what I'm saying? And also I feel balance is actually like really selective, because if you find balance in things that you don't really enjoy, you can never truly find fulfillment in what in the things that you do. Particularly this year, my own like inefficacy was like, it really angered me at one point, because I always thought that what I'm doing is not, always right. What I'm doing is not, up to the mark. Maybe people ahead me, beyond me, are doing things that what I need to do, or maybe I'm not doing things enough. And particularly what I learned towards the end of 2025 was that it's okay to not have your boxes ticked, or to have those vision board goals
Yeah,
completed. More than that, going at your own pace, taking one step at a time, breathing in, taking in the moments, is what matters the most, is what I learned.
that is true.
Because anytime, if you try finding balance in everything, you will not be able to achieve it. Do things that actually hold a lot of significance and importance for you, and take things one step at a time. Especially for us, we've been hustling every day. Life itself is such a big hustle. You always chase behind things.
And people make it seem much more stressful than it
It's
is.
actually
So
is.
you also
Yeah.
take that stress when it was never
It's never
needed.
meant to be. Yeah, exactly. And more importantly, you know what, the beauty in taking things at your own pace just gives you a lot of clarity, and this is what shapes you as a person altogether. Yeah.
That's amazing, Prasha. No, genuinely, I really agree that life is not a race, and when it's supposed to happen for you, it will
It
happen
will
for
happen.
you.
Yeah, things
And
that are supposed to come to you
comparison is
will
the
come to
thief of
you.
joy.
Yeah.
It is. So once you stop
Comparison
comparing,
kills.
yeah, once you stop comparing, you will be fine.
I think we've been saying this over the previous episodes as well. Comparison kills.
Because there are just a few truths to life, and once you fully embody them, you'll be
Yeah,
fine.
you'll
But
be
the thing
fine.
is that just fully understanding it and actually executing it
It's
is
different.
difficult.
Yeah, and
So
different. Both.
yeah, we get it. Like we are also trying to like learn how to do that, to care less and to compare less. But it's life is a battle, and take one day at a time. I
Yeah,
think that's
that's
how,
much more
yeah,
important.
that's how we work. Okay, now another thing that I wrote was, not everyone who disappears hates you, they're just overwhelmed.
I think we've had personal experiences for the
Not
both of
everyone
that.
who disappears hates you, they're
Yeah.
just overwhelmed. And this is because I feel like every single person in life deserves some sort of grace. Again, as you said, you don't know what the other person is going through. We are not in their shoes, we are not in their life. No matter how much people say that, oh, you can put yourself in their shoes, you can never fully put yourself in their shoes. You can't walk their life the way they would, right? So you, your friends, your family, your sisters, your brothers, whoever, they might be far away from you. You might not understand what's going on with them, they might not understand what's going on with you. There could be some distance, there could be some rift, but that does not mean that that person does not care about you. Everybody now, I think, as we start growing older, is going to start getting even more busier in their own life because they're trying to build something out of the dreams that they have collected over the years. So when one person is nurturing their own life, sometimes they might not forget to water yours, but that doesn't mean that they don't want to watch you bloom. It's just that they are trying to figure out their own life as well. So giving other people grace is what matters. And I think that adds much more nuance to all of our lives. That, even if that one person texts you in the middle of the night one
Yeah.
day, I think that still holds as much significance.
Yeah, because like previously also, as we said, even in like the point I said, like the butterfly effects in friendship, particularly as to what you said right now, I think they're really very intertwined and interconnected like that. The more you understand that as you're growing older, people are not going to stay the same. Friendships will evolve. Evolution of friendships is what occurs right now, especially during these 5 to 10 years down the lane. It's on you how you carry those friendships, how you deliver how you deliver what you want to towards that person. And
Yeah,
basically I feel communication is key. Like, if you don't communicate with the other person and you expect the other person to be communicating with you when you don't put in the effort, it's not going to work. Friendships, relationships, it's like a bridge. It's both ways. If the other person is not putting in the effort and he or she expects you to put in the effort when even you're not putting in the effort, the bridge breaks.
yeah. And also just to acknowledge that the other person can also become overwhelmed,
Yeah.
and we will never know. Like sometimes I understand, like, friendship is communication, but other people are going through things that
Things,
they
yeah.
might not be able to
Yeah.
talk about in that moment. But you, all you need to do is just trust that person.
Yeah.
Trust in the years of friendship, in the fun you had, in the conversations you've had,
Yeah.
and know that, and in the heart of hearts, if you believe that that person is someone you want in your life,
They will stay.
they will stay.
Yeah.
And I think just acknowledging that other person's trials and tribulations is also equally important, so that
Important.
one day they recognize yours. Because there could be times when you are also going through a lot, where you don't feel like getting up and texting people and talking to anyone, but in those moments you want other people to count on you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a very important lesson I learned, that sometimes it's okay if people don't talk to you, they're just overwhelmed because
Yeah.
they're also going through their own
Own
life.
life. So, as Anita rightly said, it's really important that the people disappearing is not just because like they hate you or something. It's just mainly because they're overwhelmed or busy in their life.
Yeah.
It's very important. Also, another lesson that I particularly learned this year is to stop chasing expectations and approvals constantly all the time. It's it's really really bad, and it affects you in ways that you won't even understand. Also, like when you're striving towards a goal that is not meant for you in the first place, you'll never be able to achieve it. Even if you accomplish it, you'll never have the fulfillment of, oh, I've accomplished it karke. Say for example, if you end up doing something or picking up a course that you don't really like, you will realize that over a period of, or like a span of 6 to 7 months down the lane, ki, okay, even if I've accomplished it, I'm not really happy and satisfied. Also, chasing expectations all the time gets you in this constant loop of agony. Stop chasing even constant approvals from people all the time. you know it does not make you happy. It does not help you find solace or peace altogether, because constantly worrying about other people's opinions and acceptance or expectations even at this point is just what weighs you down. It brings a lot of
Exactly.
burden on your shoulders.
Exactly. And I think that coincides with my
Point, and
lesson,
our points are
that
really,
just stop caring
yes,
or
stop
try
caring.
caring less.
And
And that goes
nobody
for
cares.
everyone. And genuinely, because if you are so sensitive to what other people think about you, then it's much more detrimental to your own mental health and
Than
the
others.
way
Yeah.
you walk around in life, because then you're just a ghost who's trying to please other people. You never know who you truly are, and then one day you will realize that you're just empty,
Empty. Yeah.
and that's not fun for anybody. So I think caring less about other people, and that goes for everyone, about your parents, your friends, everyone, because at the end of the day your identity is the one that matters, and you have to believe in whatever you are doing. Have faith in yourself. It doesn't have to be perfect, it does not have to be good, it just
Just
has to be yours,
yeah.
and you need to accept that. And yeah, just care less.
Careless
People
and
care so much these days.
exactly. And chasing expectations, like, you're still hustling, you're still overthinking, you're still doing everything, but towards the end of the day, what matters most is you.
Yeah, and you will be much more happier
Happier and
when
at
you do things
peace.
for
Yeah,
yourself.
exactly. It mainly doing things for yourself can be as simple as baking what you like, or maybe going out for a walk, or just like taking things one step at a time, going at your pace, accepting things more gracefully, and just moving on.
Yeah, and I think in for 26 would be just to have faith in yourself. Genuinely, just have faith in yourself, and no matter what other people say about you, I think you should have the ability to just completely let it go and not alter your entire
Yeah.
day or your
Yeah.
persona, because you cannot care about what other people say to such an extent that is so
Yeah.
detrimental to your mental health, and that genuinely just like messes with how you are as a person. So
Yeah.
once you realize that other people don't have autonomy over you and your thoughts and your actions,
Then it goes a long
your
way.
days will be much more
Better.
full. Yeah, they
Yeah.
will fulfill you,
Yeah.
and you will actually like what you're doing.
Yeah. And speaking of, my another lesson that I learned was, this is just like a line I came up with, like, acceptance is key and ignorance is bliss.
Yeah,
Acceptance is key and ignorance is bliss. Basically, not knowing everything all the time is what makes you more blissful than knowing everything.
true.
Because, see, as I said, accepting things faster and ignoring things quicker helps you helps you achieve things in life much more patiently and gracefully. Acceptance is key, guys, because if you're not ready to accept what happened in your past, you'll never be able to move on in the future. And no matter how like difficult it might sound in the moment, there is always light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think another like lesson for people could be that, again, we've talked about this, social media is not real, your real
Yeah,
life is real. Nurture that,
nurture that.
because you could not like, people should care less about what like 500 people are posting
I swear.
and more about what you are doing with your daily life. So I think one last thing that I put in my points that I learned this year was that your consistency and discipline will be much more important than your dreams. Because
Yeah.
your dreams are important, yes, it's important that you dream, but if you do not have that needed discipline, hard work, and consistency, you will not be successful, or you will not reach the goals that you want. You need to work in life, you
Mm.
have to keep going, and to do that you cannot just have empty promises and nightmares or dreams or things that you just visualize. Like, your vision board will only ever come true once you work towards it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's all that matters. Consistency and discipline is the only, I feel, constant that you will always need in your life, no matter what you do. No matter if it's a physical exercise is your goal, academics is your goal, career orientation, anything related to your life. I think consistency matters. Showing up in your own personal life, showing up for your friends, showing up for your family, all of it is just consistency.
Yeah.
And discipline has no shortcut. You need to show up even on the bad days, especially on the bad days, because that's when you start conditioning yourself that this is who I am.
Yeah.
And once you start taking those steps, you realize that you're actually putting so much effort in your own person, so you fall in love with yourself.
Yeah.
And that's important. Discipline just teaches you to love yourself, and that's what all
All
of
that
us need.
matters. Yeah. And as you said, like, do it tired, do it scared, do it despite whatever you're facing. Because standing up and doing that is going to shape what you
Yeah,
become. It's very important. Also, particularly over like all of these lessons that we learned throughout, I feel the most important of them all was to just stop overthinking altogether. It is going to be very like overwhelming at one point, because overthinking itself kills more than
Yeah,
comparison. Overthinking kills. What, what has not occurred yet, you cannot be constantly worrying about the future. You don't know what the future holds, so overthinking about that is just going to bring you down all the time.
exactly. And in some situations, someone says something to you, I think you should let it
Let
out.
it go, yeah.
Like, genuinely, I know people say, yo, all of that's bad, that sometimes you have to actually listen, but in
It's
other times you don't. Like, not listening sometimes is the best thing
best
you could
thing,
do
yeah.
for your own mental clarity and sanity, because
Yeah,
sometimes the other person is not right for you.
and don't take things that personally, because it's not, sometimes it's not even that personal, and maybe it's
Yeah.
just you in your head
And
that takes
sometimes
things
it could
that
be just the
personal.
other person who's
Yeah, who's
projecting.
projecting, like maybe they are having a bad day and maybe they are trying to take it out on you.
And remember that your duty to yourself is the thing that comes first.
Yeah,
The duty to your friends, family, everyone comes after that. You need to be faithful to yourself and take care of yourself first. And if you are doing that, in those moments you might have to say something and create boundaries around other people that you genuinely loved before.
yeah.
I think you still have to do that, because taking care of yourself and putting those boundaries, it's the most important step you could take.
Setting boundaries in general
Yeah,
is very important. Setting boundaries consciously as well as unconsciously goes down like a very long way, because you can't mistake kindness for like, for like
no.
weakness. It's not, it does not work like that. Setting your boundaries is very critical.
So I think what's important is that you treat 26 as something new, and just imagine that it's a new chance for yourself. Forget your past, as Prisha said, that it's not important to carry everything that happened in 25 to 26. It's a
2026.
clean slate. Treat it like it is, you know, repent for what you've done, but also look towards renewed opportunities, and just try and follow whatever resolutions you must have
You
set
must
for
have, yeah.
yourself. Remember that you set them with an intention. So when you stop, remember that intention again, and you will be fine.
Fine.
And again, as Prisha said, treat yourself with much more grace, and you will look forward to 2027 with the same, austerity and presence that you enter 26 with.
Many people out there who haven't made their vision board goals or like stuff
Yeah,
like that, it's okay, guys. Treat 2026 as an empty canvas. Let things come on their own. Let the opportunities
exactly.
knock on the doorstep as it is. And yeah, this was what I think we figured. 20. I mean, we're all
What
trying
we
to figure
learned,
it
yeah.
out, but this is what we learned in 2025.
And hopefully you guys can too,
Yeah,
from one way or the other, or relate to what we have said. So I think we
this
are,
is the end.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think this is the end of today's episode. Let us know if you liked it. If you did, go please share it with your friends, comment, and let us know how
Yeah.
you liked it.
And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.